Now, for those that sticked around, we're going to switch up the format a little bit. Now we're going to
Gotcha,
talk.
bitch.
Yeah, bitch. Y'all thought we were finished. We're not.
Bitch
Not.
ass
Yeah,
motherfucker.
bitch ass.
Now that all those regular people are gone, I can show them cheeks.
Cheeks. Now we can show you. We can show you the
Talking
cheeks
about
that
hell,
Agatha
yeah.
got. She worked for.
Yeah,
That's some 400-year-old cheeks, and we about to show you that.
Also, realize that we're probably mentioning something out of context for anyone watching a episode, like a video clip that we're like, why are they talking about cheeks?
Cheeks, yeah. Watch the previous part of our YouTube channel,
or we don't need an excuse. We're always going to be talking about them cheeks or dropping, you know.
man.
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Yeah,
is there ever a wrong time to talk about some cheeks? Yeah, absolutely not.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
All right, so yeah, this is our extra portion of the podcast now that we're doing. So before we're knocking out the main topic, now we're getting into like the news and just hanging out, chilling out, geeking out, whatever. Talking about things that happened in the past week within the world of entertainment, specifically video games and comic books and so forth. We can get into entertainment. We do have a whole bunch of things we can talk about, but the one thing I want to bring up before we talk about anything, guys, it's happened. He's been caught. He's been caught. He is he's being federally prosecuted.
Oh shit.
The diddler
can't stop.
The diddler
can't stop. Won't stop.
Won't stop.
1,000 bottles of lubricant.
Now
Slip and slide.
He's always said he's bad boy for life. Now is
For
this
life,
was he warning us?
Yeah, I think
Warning us since the beginning.
Person will tell you who they
None
are.
of us,
yeah, he really was telling us from the jump.
Yeah, none of us should be surprised.
Yeah,
about this. Like when he gets to the trial, like people, all he has to be like is like, I've been telling you guys since the 90s.
He's like, I call myself. He's like, I call myself Puff Daddy, but he's like, I want to keep it more mysterious. I'm gonna call it the P. P Diddy. What does P stand for? No one knew.
Penis.
Yeah, but penis.
Now we know.
Now we know.
Like, what's the
Penis.
secret?
Yeah. So for those that don't know, P Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, was arrested. He was picked up by the feds this past week. They searched his residence both in New York and in Florida, and according to, I forgot who gave the press release, but according to the press release, agents had found over 1,000
weapons grade.
Well,
weapons grade amount.
Whoa.
Yeah, weapons. Well, they found weapons. They found, I think, some AKs. They found some extended clip, extended magazine, weapons.
Well, he's a standard rapper.
Standard rapper, right? So you know, I give him. I mean, this man's worth $1 billion, but he has you know some illegal firearms. But that's all right. We're not worried about that. What we're worried about is this man apparently had 1,000. 1,000 over. It was over
1,000 plus
bottles of baby oil and other personal lubricant. So now I'm gonna tell y'all, like, I was, you know, in the black community, right? When you put on lotion and everything else, nobody ever says, man, hey, can you pass me the lubricant? Can you pass me this? We don't call cocoa butter and all this stuff. Like, they're like, hey man, my legs are ashy. Can you lube me up? No one says that.
Okay.
Well, what about The Rock?
Some people might say
no, that's baby.
Always, he's in a constant state of glistening.
He is, but you know that was a joke in Fast and the Furious. I think it was in
it was
6, where you know Tyrese is like his
No, it was not. Was it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it might have been. I was thinking either it's a joke in Fast and Furious or it's a joke in Jumanji.
No, it's a joke in Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Tyrese is like, you see Rock coming to talk to Dom, and he's like, "Hey, hide your baby oil," and he says, you know, and everybody's like, "That's what Diddy said." That when you go to a Diddy party, that's what they say to Diddy. But yeah, he got caught with 1,000 bottles of lube. Only Toe says, you mean you guys don't have 1,000 gallons of lube? No, usually only about 500. 1,000 is a little excessive.
Standard black guy, right?
Yeah, standard black guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I literally have a bathtub of lube. I don't actually have to rub it in. I just jump in the bathtub, slip and slide, and come right out. It's simple.
That's how I imagine your house is. You have like a little like shoot like Batman. Where you like jump down, pass the like lube and just come out.
I'm all glistening. Absolutely, that's exactly how it works. But it's crazy because Diddy. We got a new watch in town, boys. Is the Diddy watch time? The Diddler watch. Diddler watch.
In more ways than one.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So they create neighborhood watches.
Are we on Diddy watch now? I mean, it seems like we can rest assured, right? We can rest calm.
He tried to post bail for $50 million. He came up with a bail plan. Yeah, and the judge denied the $50 million bail.
Well, I mean, he put up a lot of his assets as collateral to prove that he wouldn't run. Like he gave up his passport, he gave up a bunch of other stuff. Like,
and I believe he relocated to New York, right? Prior to for the.
I think there was talk about he was supposed to turn himself in at one point, but I guess things just didn't work out that way, and then they ended up having to and arrested.
Now, what do you guys precogging the Diddler's fate here? Like,
he's facing up to life.
He's facing a lot of time.
Wait, hold on now. What the Diddler? He made a lot of moves here, where I'm like, why aren't you in the Caribbean right now, bro? Like, he seems to have. There's a little confidence in the Diddler's. Like, yeah, that's my loop. Kind of like confidence. Like,
no, you know what? I feel like I'm thinking it's the opposite. No, I think they must have something on them.
They have something
in order for them to go to this fort. Yeah, like the feds definitely they know some stuff that we don't know.
So you think he's cooperating?
They did admit.
Yeah,
they did say. They said that.
Why is he running?
They said the tapes that he has inside of his that they confiscated. Are tapes of people who are who have allegedly filed this criminal or
action,
these all these lawsuits against him. So they found evidence in the tapes that they recovered.
There's probably some people on those tapes.
Yeah, the people that are in those tapes are people are some of the same people that have alleged have placed these allegations on them. So like the freak
fine, but like I'm saying, like at this point, there's a lot of evidence to support his, it's not going to go good for old boy here. Why isn't he in the Bermuda Triangle right now? Like, assuming a role of like, pretending he's like a shipbuilder and like with the fake mustache. Like, why hasn't he escaped and disappeared on a private jet? Like, what I mean?
He tried to do that before. And not in that sense, but you
think they've been locking him down for a while now?
They probably locked him down. Well, the first time they raided his house, he somehow magically took a flight around that exact same time to the Caribbean, and people were like, "Yo, he pretty much got out. He planned this out. He fled, and so forth." And then Diddy's like, "Nah, I didn't flee." He's like, "I didn't know about these raids, and but if they want me to come back, I'll come back." Because Diddy, he's always been in the spotlight saying, "I'm an innocent man. I'm innocent. I ain't do this." Doing the R. Kelly thing, and
he apologized.
He apologized after the hotel incident video
He's like,
surfaced.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, at first, he was saying that he didn't do anything, right? And then right after, he was like, I'm all these charges.
No, he said he was.
The tape came out right after he said that.
Yeah.
And then after that, he's like, "Oh, I was a different person. I'm working on myself.
He's a changed man. He's a changed man.
Right.
I've been going to hot yoga. Things are different now. But
yesterday you said you didn't do anything.
Yeah, right. So Diddy, he's in a lot of trouble right now. He's looking at a lot of time. I literally just got into a conversation about this with my wife about Harvey Weinstein and so forth, and I like the Harvey Weinstein stuff is I have my own thoughts on it, but I mean the stuff that he did overall is deplorable, immoral in of itself. And Diddy's only I think 1,000 times worse. Or he's in the same category, and I'm just like, yo, it's bad.
They're in the same category because it's like sex trafficking too.
Yeah, the sex trafficking, like the in Diddy's case, a lot of they've shown freak offs. They said they have video proof of the freak offs that he hosted, and that's between consenting adults.
I was saying, if
it's just a party and it's a party kind of thing, it's like, oh, he's just a freaky dude. But if he is out here trafficking people, which he has been alleged, minors and coercion, extortion, that type of stuff, then he needs to get thrown underneath the jail. So I don't feel any sympathy for him because this has been
it's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. This is like the R. Kelly stuff. Like it's been a long time coming, and if this is what it is, this is just what it is.
But how many people knew about it? Because remember, like even back in the day, everybody's like, "Oh, Diddy throws the craziest parties."
Yeah, a lot of people knew.
Everybody went to them. It's like nobody ever noticed. Like maybe there was some shit going on with like women that were constantly seen in places and stuff like that.
I mean, they did, right? But I mean, it's like,
or maybe it's just an open secret, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's exactly what it was. Very similar to Harvey Weinstein, right? You're dealing with people who have a lot of power, a lot of money. They can do a lot of things, especially when they're controlling like your livelihood. So yeah. I mean, not that should excuse everyone from like
it doesn't excuse it, but
but that's how they get in those situations, right? And I mean, some of the charges actually, I was just seeing that it says that Combs also used the sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating recordings that he made during the freak-offs as collateral to ensure the continued obedience and silence of the victims.
Yeah, it's extortion. So
extortion.
That is extortion.
So I'm just like, this man is cooked. So
okay, so can we precog a verdict here on where we think we're gonna be here? I mean, respectively. Go ahead.
30 years. I think he's going to do minimum
30 years.
So he's already been found guilty?
No, I don't think he's found guilty. No, they haven't had a trial for him yet. He has had to pay out. Well, the thing is, he's able in the past. He was able to reach plea deals with not plea deals. What do they call them? With payouts. So he settled. He do settlements with people.
Settlements.
Yeah, he was able to do settlements with people, but that was on a civil lawsuits. Now we're getting to the criminal portion. So criminal, he can still take a plea deal, but I think if he's the mastermind of the plea deal, or if he's the mastermind behind this, I think he's going to get hit very hard.
Yeah.
And I
think
far,
though, he has said that he's pleaded not guilty.
He's going to plead. Of course, he's going to plead not guilty. He's not going to be like, you know what? He's not going to take off his mask with like, but I'm the dealer. Batman, you'll never catch me.
Like, aren't even settlements like voided if it is to cover up something illegal or something like that? Like, there's rules. I don't think people like go back and still push it through. But I think whenever you go through a settlement or whatever, as long as if it covers up something that is actually illegal, I think if someone, you can literally just break it and not have any consequences from it.
There's rule, I mean, as like this is what I was discussing before with like NDAs, right? NDA, you can have go back to the Dr. Disrespect thing. Like you can have an NDA and you can't disclose it. But if the other party breaks the NDA, then you are free to talk about it. And now if one party breaks it, doesn't mean necessarily it's not necessarily you have to break it, but you can break it at that point. So I'm thinking, like, I remember with the Cassie situation, Cassie didn't, from what I remember, she didn't release those hotel videos of her getting attacked by Combs. And so it was someone else. I think they said it was a hotel. Somebody from the hotel got paid.
Hotel employee.
So like her be able to talk about it at that point. Now she can freely talk about it because it's already been leaked out and so forth. Now, as far as the rest of this stuff is concerned, I think if it's illegal stuff, they can't hold you to an NDA for that. They can't be like, oh well, you have an NDA about us selling drugs. You got to sign the dotted line. If you talk about it,
you can't get rat us out.
You can't rat us out. Like that's not how. If it's legal, yes, but if a party breaks it, then you're free to do it. And I believe if it's under a criminal case, whatever was under that NDA, you can talk about it after that point. So
now I think Only Toes in the chat is the ultimate precog here.
Yes,
he's precogging. Well, one thing he said, Usher was for show violated.
Yeah, he was.
I think he was.
Gotta let it burn.
Yeah. Everyone those videos where he talked about him and Usher used to, like, when Usher was coming up, they would be in the bed together. There's like a clip of that somewhere.
Yeah, I remember.
They would wake up together and like.
Oh man, I'm way out of the loop.
Yeah, I mean, it gets crazy.
Yeah, it does. But he also here's his precog, which I think is, I mean, he's precogging more than one thing here. He will be sentenced to 40 years, and then Trump will become president and pardon him, which I think is not out of the realm of possibility.
Yeah, he's talking about the Cosby, Cosby Uno reversal.
I mean, he could, and I hope that's not the case. But okay, I said 30 years. Only told said 40. What about 30? You guys? What do you guys think?
I'm gonna shoot for the moon, guys. I'm gonna play this lotto style.
Okay.
I think there's gonna be a couple of years. Gonna be time served, and he's gonna be able to go home.
What time served? He hasn't served no time.
I don't know. I just think he's gonna get the shittiest whatever.
It'll be like
serve no time, basically.
10 years, but they'll appeal it, and then
they'll appeal it for 10 years.
5 years. Well, yeah, exactly. Then it'll be time served.
No, time served. Yeah, I think you have to do. You have to do what a minimum 50% of your time, and then you could get. So I wouldn't be surprised by that. You know, he's I think he's a billionaire. So at this point, or he's a 100 millionaire. He lives by different rules.
He might start like flexing muscles here, there, blah blah blah, paying the right people.
Right, bad boy, baby.
Just, bribing the right people, whatever, and eventually, he's been a exemplary
Indonesia
inmate. Whatever.
He's in Indonesia, living his best life.
So I'm predicting that it's gonna be the best possible outcome for him.
Okay. All right, Bandita, what do you think?
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. 10 years. 10 years. They'll say, "Oh, he's 10 years," and he'll appeal it, and then it'll be like 5 years until the trial starts, and then he'll get time served, and then.
All right. Well, I'm precogging totally.
And there's continuations, and there's everything. So he might not even step foot in jail for a long time.
Well, if he gets hit for if he gets hit for trafficking, like doing some with some minors and so forth, he'll go away. I think for a while. If it doesn't come out where it was more extortion. I think he'll be fine. He's like a RICO case?
Yeah, I think he's getting hit with racketeering. They're calling it a criminal enterprise.
Well, that's apparently
it is. He didn't do all that shit by himself.
Of course not. There's some other names that have gotten tapped on, with the free calls and doing some weird stuff, and then some of his connections. So we'll see how it plays out. We're on Diddler Watch. So we'll see how the P Dids do better.
Well, I didn't precog yet. I wanted to precog.
Oh, go precog.
No.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm precogging a dramatic courtroom twist acquittal situation.
Acquitted on all charges.
The judge will throw out the case. Like I said, high drama.
Dark Side, I am with you. That's even better than what I'm doing. Yeah.
I watched a lot of the Alec Baldwin trial, and I'm thirsty for some last minute twists and shit. So
Alec Baldwin, that's a totally different scenario, though.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I watched a lot of celebrity trials.
What's the hotshot lawyer nowadays that can get people out of everything?
No,
I don't know anymore.
Well,
I don't know.
Resurrect Johnny Cochran.
Kind of Johnny Cochran.
That's what I say. Can they clone Cochran and just make an army of Cochrans?
Maybe. Well, I don't know where his.
Wasn't there whoever Johnny Depp's lawyer was? She was that team was really good. There was a hot lawyer there too. That was they knew what they were doing. They were real good.
Yeah, I remember. She was good.
Yeah, but it would be like them defending Amber Heard in this case.
Yeah.
Amber Turd.
You know what I mean?
Okay, arguably, this is a little bit more difficult than
a little worse. This is like Bernie Madoff type of level of fuck ups in this regard. But we'll see. We'll see.
I don't want to go to a dark place here, but
you're going there.
I am dark side, so I'll go there. Do you think he has? The amount of information that he possesses is on an Epstein level about people that he will become a target. We may see the end of the Diddler before a trial verdict.
I think he's fine.
No, you think he's there? Okay.
No, I think
so.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I think he does know some people. I feel like that may get in trouble.
I think he's got weight.
He's celebrity level. Epstein, you're talking about princess. And owners of giant corporations, and you know what I mean. That's another level of interest of people who really don't want their shit out in public.
Who
politicians.
You know whose take I really want to hear on this, and I'm pretty sure we all know what. Oh shoot, the comedian.
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams. I need to know what Cat Williams, because he spilled the beans on
He
quote
just
unquote
did.
black collar.
That shit from the towers for a while.
Yeah. Is Cat Williams even around? Like I thought, like he might have gotten.
Yeah, he's gotten. I think he's gotten some new tour dates and everything else. He got really popular off of Club Shay Shay. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's move off from the diddler and let's jump into some of this entertainment news. Entertainment. All right. So first thing to kick off is Venom: The Last Dance. They put their final trailer out.
You guys hyped for this?
I am kind of hyped a little bit, but the story is a little weird.
I have not seen it, but there's a lot of drama in the comic book world regarding like they revealed Null is a character.
Yes.
And there was implied when they talked about where the symbiotes come from, but they never showed him in the first trailer. Mm-hmm. I assume they showed him in this trailer because there's a lot of talk about Null.
Yes.
And the creators who created Null are like, we're jokingly like, hey, can we get paid? Like, I mean, I think they're trying to.
Seriously?
Yeah,
like, no, I'm saying, like, can we get paid? That's funny, but not seriously.
Seriously, can we get paid?
Yeah, can we get some money?
They're doing a little dance right now, and justifiably, if you're gonna throw, I mean, Null is like a very recent character. 2018, I believe he was created, and the issue that he was created in was like Venom 3 of like whatever volume we're in. That's like a $200 book right now, just because that's his first appearance. So. He's of the recent comic book editions, like he's a major villain, and I'm kind of sad to see that they're gonna just like. I feel like this is not to say that I'm prejudging this movie, but it is Venom 3. It feels like this is gonna be a throwaway type. Actually, we're gonna lose an opportunity.
His identity was revealed in God of Thunder, Thor, God of Thunder #6.
Oh yeah. He fought Thor first time. Yeah,
his full appearance didn't show up until Venom Volume 4, #3.
Yeah, but he went by a different name when he fought Thor, I think. That would be cool. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'd like to see Thor fight Null. You know what I mean? Because there's like that. There's a cool story in an arc. To like. By the time you get to him being God of the symbiotes, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like throwing him into the Sony universe is kind of wasting this character.
Absolutely.
He's a major, like, galactic level threat.
He's an eldritch god.
Yes, he's basically that. He's like an ancient evil, like, so, but anyways, I think that's what the reaction I've experienced in, like, with comic book forums and stuff was like they're going to waste this character in the Sony universe, and it kind of sucks. And a lot of sympathy for the creators. That's kind of ramping up. So, but outside of that, my opinion is unchanged on the Tom Hardy Venom. It is what it is at this point. I hope I see this Chinese lady. That's all I care about. The convenience, Miss Kim. That's all I care about. Or Korean,
she's going to be on all of them.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's all I'm invested in, Miss Kim.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen the second one. And I can barely sort of remember the
first
one.
I think
you'll need to see
they're forgettable.
That's the other thing. Very forgettable, I feel.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. Like, fun movie, not terrible.
They're fun, but
it's like, do you really care?
I was gonna say, like, talk about hype. I don't think the podcast was around at that time. Maybe it was. When Tom Hardy was cast as Eddie Brock, I was like, yes, perfect.
Of course.
Because he's like yoked and he's like perfect. He's like the perfect Eddie Brock. And then that movie took a weird turn with it and just was not the movie. Like, he's the ideal actor. Yes. It just
not the right tone. The script,
the tone, and then it got real weird when like they tried to cross him over into the MCU for a second in like stingers and shit. Where like, I guess the idea was just to get the Venom symbiote into the MCU. That was the idea, that now there's a part of him in the MCU. I guess to imply that Venom could appear in the. I don't know. It was such a weird. Remember that? Like all that weird stuff they set up.
Well, they
just didn't go anywhere.
They did reference Null in Love and Thunder. So
they
technically he's in that MCU as well. With what's the Necro Sword. So that sword is Null's sword. So he's already been referenced in the MCU. They just never referenced Null directly. So I mean, I could see if Null exists, that means the symbiotes exist in that universe. So
well, they could call it something else if they wanted to. Like,
what do they call? They call it. I know they call it the God Slayer. But
no, what I'm saying, like, if like they wanted to dance around symbiotes and not have a symbiote, because that's a Sony ownership thing,
right?
They could call it like the darkness. Like, they could tiptoe around it.
They can tiptoe
like
around
darkness.
Well, that's what Null is. He's the god of darkness. So
I was thinking of the comic book, the darkness.
The darkness,
the weird, like almost Venom like powers using the darkness.
What was that? Who was it? That wasn't done by Liquid, was it? The darkness.
Liquid does the color. It was you're talking about the publisher?
Yeah, who was the publisher for
Top Cow.
Top Cow.
Okay. Yeah. So they could do
Top
do something.
Cow had some bangers, man.
They did back in the
day. They did once upon a time. Yeah.
But no, I'm not really excited. I'm not really excited about this movie, honestly. I feel like you don't. I feel like Null is such a world-ending. He's like Thanos level, like in the MCU, right? Like existential threat to the Earth. And you guys now you're gonna throw him in an hour and a half movie where it's like, "Hi guys, I'm Null."
Exactly.
And then somehow they beat him.
He's a relatively new character in the MCU, but when he first and only time he's been to Earth, all the fucking Marvel universe fought him. Like the Avengers, Fantastic Four, everyone took a swing at him because they had to. And he pretty much fucked everyone's shit up.
Yeah,
and
Null is on another level. So the fact is, like, you have somebody that's stronger than Thanos. Thanos was around for 10 years, and then you have Null show up in one movie. Like, granted, this is not Marvel MCU, but it's like the power scaling guys. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
we don't know how they handle them, so we'll see it. But
we don't know. And there's also like a major factor, like in the Null. One of the major stories is Eddie Brock, and Eddie Brock has a son who's like, a little bit grown up. His name's Dylan, and like he has a connection because he's like literally born from someone who's the symbiote. So like, he has this connection to Null, and that's a big part of the story and how they defeat Null and how Eddie Brock survives. I don't know how they're gonna just have Eddie fight Null at this point. It's like
I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I don't know how they're gonna do this, but. We'll see. But like I'm excited to see him, but I think that's going to be wasted. Totally,
It's completely wasted. It's like Sony's trying to blow.
Cloud. It's Galactus Cloud situation.
Exactly. Like Fantastic Four. Yeah, it's just it just doesn't. I feel like they're blowing their whole load. They're like, hey guys, this is our last probably Marvel movie. Outside of Craven and whatever else they have, they're like, all right guys, we got just throw it all in there. You have Thanos comes back and is snapping people away. And then you just got one random symbiote that's going to defeat them all. Somehow it's gonna work. I don't know. This movie, I feel like this is their literally the last dance. So they're just trying to throw the coolest thing they can think of to push sales, and it kind of is it's annoying. I feel like it's annoying to me.
Yeah.
All right, so we have that. We have Microsoft lays off 650 more employees. So yeah, Microsoft, goodness gracious. I mean, good thing we have the number one Microsoft fan here, Darkseid.
A baby.
Top of the world. But mainly because of Microsoft shutting down or laying off one of their major studios, Activision Blizzard. Letting go 650 people is pretty substantial, especially with Activision Blizzard just releasing their latest World of Warcraft expansion, The War Within.
I believe it's doing pretty well.
It's actually it's doing pretty well.
At least critically. So
people.
It's a bummer.
Have you guys jumped back in?
Don't say we.
I have been.
Don't say we.
Yeah,
I want to I want to have a healthy life. So no.
I'm trying to stay clean.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay clean, man.
You're trying. Oh, you know you're itching.
Me and
you
Bandito,
know you're itching.
Bandito and I, we talked about this, and he put the spoon up to my. He put the spoon up to me. He's like, I have a needle. I have a spoon.
One quick bump, man. Get you right on your feet, man.
Yeah,
you feeling
one bump,
man.
For a little
bit. Just a little bit. Come on, man. A quick 15. It's like quick 15. You'll be right on.
It's like those movies where you see the guy. He's like, yeah, I've been clean for 15 years. I'm gonna leave in the grocery store with my kids, and then and you see Bandito off in the corner. Hey, man. Hey, man. It's been a long time, man. Hey, you just need to get right, man. Just go ahead and just 1 month, man. 1 month.
1 month, man.
Ain't gonna hurt you.
Wait. You can quit whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, man. Just cancel whenever, man.
It's so quick. It's easy.
Yeah, I've been so tempted. That's why I ended up playing another game instead, because if I didn't, I would be playing WoW right now. I probably wouldn't be on the podcast. I would literally playing WoW. You guys know.
Yeah.
You guys know my dark days.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
those
right,
are the
man.
best thing.
I love blowing off social engagements. I mean, like, listen, I gotta raid tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I ain't on a party.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, but like I've been playing with my wife. We play sort of casually. I mean, we've been playing more lately now, just because we've been going through new content. But I mean, like, since Warhammer and stuff came out, we've been playing that a little bit. I definitely want to get back to doing that too. But yeah, WoW's cool. WoW's still fun right now.
That's good.
It's good because I feel like I know I can quit whenever I want.
That sounds like exactly what Junkie would say.
Yeah,
they have a problem.
Yeah.
But I'm clean.
But no,
they're not.
Yeah, it sucks that Microsoft. I feel like we constantly hear about how great Xbox is, and then here they are laying off 650 more people, which is a huge shit show for everyone involved.
Well, to be fair,
because we're still making so much money, right?
Well, to be fair, it's they said it's 650 roles. Now there's 1,900 roles altogether, but 650 are more for they say corporate and supporting functions within Microsoft Gaming. So these are not the actual devs losing jobs at this point. The 650 is mostly corporate.
Still other people, and it sucks because it's going through a merger. That this is the result of that, because there's so much money involved. You know what I mean? And it's like you really can't afford to do something for these people. It's just a shit situation. I mean, it's a bigger issue overall with I guess the work environment in the U.S. in general that can happen anyway. But I hate to hear about it all the time, because it happened to myself when I was working in games. Being laid off is never fun in any industry, obviously, but it's definitely hitting games more these past few years than anything else, it seems like. Or at least we're hearing about it so much more. And there's still so much money being made at the same time, which it's mind-boggling. So.
Well, to be fair, Phil Spencer, when he came out with his memo dealing with this, he ended up admitting, like, it's difficult, but each of the people that are leaving are getting a hefty severance package that includes a severance, so exit package with severance, extended healthcare, and outplacement services to help them with their transition. Now that's for the U.S. Outside of the U.S., they said the package just will differ. So that means that if you are in a country that
experiences may vary.
Experiences may vary. Like the U.S., like they give you like 6 months.
5 minutes. Get shit out or get shot.
Like the U.S., you might get 6 months of severance and everything else, healthcare. But like in Russia,
you're fired now. Here is 1 month of Xbox Live for you. And goodbye.
Goodbye. And sign the NDA.
No,
before
you not
leave.
get to take Xbox. That part of company.
Actually,
it doesn't even have an Xbox. Just
leave everything here, comrade. You give us your shoes too. We paid for that. That's Microsoft.
Here is 1 month Xbox Live card. Burn for warmth when you need.
Yeah, I mean it's rough out there. So I felt bad for him. But hey, Phil Spencer came out and said, "Hey guys, good news though. Great news. No games are being canceled." So
nice. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, man.
Yeah.
You gotta spend money. You gotta spend money to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Phil's keeping it real.
Phil's
keeping it real.
Absolutely.
You gotta crack a few eggs.
He still gets to keep his job.
a few eggs to make an omelet. You know what I'm saying? And the good games are coming, and it takes time.
You're the
It takes
Xbox,
time.
baby.
Yeah, and he's like, guess what? I got
the Xbox.
I'm Phil Spencer. I'm still here. I'm still gonna make money. You know, guys, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. My bonus is massive. It's gonna be almost the equivalent of 650 employees. Is absolutely phenomenal.
And we love him. We love him. We love his
We do.
you know, he's casual boss jacket and t-shirt attitude.
Right.
You gotta love him. He can't really say anything bad. So thanks, Phil. We appreciate you.
I love how these guys are worth like you know, millions, hundreds, almost billions of dollars, and they're like, look at me, I'm so relatable. I'm wearing a t-shirt and the sports coat over it, haven't I?
How dare you? He's a fucking cool boss. He's a cool boss.
He's a cool boss.
Yeah.
If he comes in with a t-shirt and a
cool
jacket,
boss,
he's like,
but
hey guys.
Really
I mean, if he comes
you're
in,
gonna work here in the next month or so.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. If he comes, it's kind of like a double bladed sword. As soon as he walks into your office, you're like, "Fuck, we're fired." But you're like, "Oh man, he's such a cool boss, though. Look at his sweet t-shirt." Yeah,
he's gonna come in a t-shirt. Hey guys, hey guys, Xbox is the most powerful console this generation. Now you can really enjoy it at home because you're all fired. Welcome to the Xbox family, guys. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, but hey, you know, Phil, the Spence, he will dispense justice. You see why? Yeah, I'm on fire, guys. Okay, so Switch 2.
Almost like another comedian that we all know.
Oh, you want the underground?
The greatest stand-up routine ever put to digital transcription.
Yeah, the Head Underground. Head Underground was the jokester of jokes.
We're getting into this.
I'm just instigating.
Yeah, he's instigating.
Stand-up special.
Yeah, we're gonna save that for off the podcast.
Yeah, I thought Ed landed an HBO Netflix special or something. The way he was going out,
he was workshopping.
Yeah, he was the road. Yeah,
them AI servers were
really
off.
intense set.
Yeah, they were AI servers were getting hot.
Those electricity bills for the AI servers.
Yeah,
those fucking poor AI server almost like committed suicide by itself. Just like that's it, done.
I was gonna say, like, fucking scientists of the Earth were like, "Hey, Earth is unusually hot today. What the fuck's going on?"
Oh, all the polar caps have melted. What's going on?
My God,
the sea levels are rising.
Okay. Yeah. As we'll that's yeah. I'm just gonna move on from that. Switch 2 leaks have been put out. Images have allegedly leaked. Of the Switch 2, which I haven't seen any.
Oh, really?
But there was a picture that came out allegedly of them on Reddit. Allegedly. And the funny thing is, like, the alleged Switch 2 images look strangely familiar, as if they went and said, you know what? We just kind of want to save an R&D this time. So we're just going to update the processor, update the memory, and update the video card. And that's what they're going to get. The Switch 2 alleged pictures look eerily the same.
Plus, baby.
Switch
Plus all over again.
Yeah, it's really literally
Plus all over again, baby.
We're gonna give you the Wii U. It's gonna be the Wii, but now we're gonna give you a screen. And we're gonna call it the Wii U. And I mean, I remember I got the Wind Waker
edition.
Wii U.
It was the black with the gold.
Yeah, the gold around it. And I thought I was the absolute shit. And I got that thing. I got that thing, and I played Wind Waker and never touched it again. And I'm like, God, this was such a fucking waste of money.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Switch myself personally. I have not played my Switch honestly since Super Smash Brothers when it first came out. I have not watched it, or I have not played it since. I still haven't played Breath of the Wild 2, which that's the only reason why I'll turn my Switch back on. But the Switch 2
was the last time I played mine. Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2. I finished it.
Oh, you
Good
did?
game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
At least somebody
Yeah.
on this chat did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, we have our quote unquote Nintendo expert, our special guest, the Ed Underground, and he played it for all of like 2 days and never played it again.
Hold on, he's the number one fake fan. Nintendo
Number one fake fan. I'm sorry.
I'm technically
Fake.
the number one fan.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
You are.
the legit fan is right here.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I get excused from not completing games because I'm lovable, and I wear a T-shirt like a cool boss, so nobody can question me in that regard.
They can't. Absolutely not.
You're too nice.
Too nice. But yeah,
Guilty.
The new Wii U is supposed to have it's a 250 with an internal storage capacity of 256 gigs. Can work with a HDMI 2.1. Up to 12 gigs of RAM, which is 3 times the amount of what's currently inside. So there's some minor upgrades.
Okay, yeah. So like, tell me in terms of tech speak, what level of game can this play without having any kind of fidelity issues? Like, what is the Switch 2 going to be capable of? Obviously, Switch or Nintendo traditionally has always been one generation behind the current generation, and and that's their comfort zone. They never like try to catch up, and they never try to like stay even. They just like to stay in their split space. So, is this about one generation behind of current gen, or is this thing like more like has Steam Deck been like an influence on them, or are they like, nah, we just do our own thing?
I feel like this would be closer to a Steam Deck, honestly.
Okay.
As far as graphical fidelity, the current Switch, I mean, we've seen how well it does with current gen games. A good example of that, which was pretty much right through the coals online, was Mortal Kombat 1. The difference between the Switch version and the current gen version, it's like you're just like you're playing Xbox. It's horrendous. It's absolutely horrible. So I'm assuming that with the new Switch, it should be closer to, I would assume, maybe a PlayStation 4.
I mean, is there anything that, like, I guess the real question is like, is there a game or fidelity that would make you want to switch to?
Like for the Switch, for Switch 2.
Like, is that what you're looking for? Like the power?
No. I think the baseline, everyone, like, I'm not looking to do this, but like a baseline and it seamlessly play GTA 5. Like, I know that's not going to happen on the Switch, but can it seamlessly handle GTA 5? Can it handle Red Dead 2? I don't think Red Dead 2. I think that might be a bridge too far, but
depends.
GTA 5, would it be able to run GTA 5 with the spec and the like?
Hold on one second.
Do we lose him?
I think you missed him. Sure.
Yep, he's gone. He got diddled.
Oh no!
Is he back on? Oh wait, we lost Bandito too. Oh no!
God dang!
We're losing everybody. Jeez Louise. All right, well, Green 10 is just you and me.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Would you be in the market for a Switch 2?
Nah, dude, I barely touch my Switch as it is.
Yeah, that's
it. Literally just collecting dust. I love it. I can't say anything bad about it. I think it's a neat system, but I don't play it.
Yeah, there's nothing right there's nothing compelling. I think that I'm like, well, you know what? No, that's not true, right? The Zelda games, obviously.
Zelda,
those.
yes.
Yeah, but that's what they always rely on, though.
Yeah, there aren't many other games that I need my Switch for, right? Like everything else, I would play it on a different platform for the most part.
Right.
It's only those Nintendo exclusives that really can sort of pull you over there. But at the same time, I guess, that's sort of the market that Nintendo has been in for a long time. So
right.
Yeah, it's just kind of like their lane,
Well, I'm saying you can also look at Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. That could probably do well with Switch 2. And maybe
I'd be surprised.
Huh?
Yeah. I'd be surprised. It's just because I don't know. We'd have to check, but I don't know if Metroid moves numbers like that.
It probably
is a popular game, but
I don't think it does as much as Mario or Zelda or
Right.
Right. Well, I'm saying
Fire Emblem. I'm trying to think who else.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't move units like the rest of those, like you guys named out. But I think like if Metroid would be a good like launch title for that.
Mhm.
I'm
Is
thinking.
Metroid popular in Japan, or is it more like an American thing?
I think it's popular in Japan.
It is.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's like other Metroid. Like back in the day, there was other versions of Metroid that didn't get released in the United States. So
Okay, because I know like Japan usually tend to favor like more RPG and racing games, right?
mhm.
And then the
Yeah,
US
it all
tends to favor
depends.
more like action shooters and things like that.
We gotta remember, Metroid and all these games do well in Japan. Like the Switch and these handheld consoles are
Mhm.
Yeah.
absolute
Yeah.
killers over
Yeah.
there in Japan.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
the
yeah.
concept, the Switch, the function of the Switch and any game on it would do well
Yeah.
in I think in Asia in general, just the way their lifestyles are set up.
Yeah,
Right.
but in
Absolutely.
Japan it
So
seems like Nintendo's like a household item.
yeah,
So that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like I know games will sell on Nintendo because that's mostly what everyone owns.
yeah.
But I just don't know if, like statistically, if we were to compare like percentages, where they purchase more of the Metroids, here or Japan.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I think on a global level, it's where we consume more, and Metroid's a pretty big brand, right? But if you compare that brand to Mario and Zelda, it doesn't really. Metroid does not hold up. But I mean, on its own
Hmm.
as a property, I think it moves units like on a global
Oh
scale.
yeah,
So
yeah, obviously,
I don't
but
know.
compared to the other ones, it's
Yeah,
tough.
I know what you're asking. I have no idea where like if there's like Metroid is bigger in fucking Europe or
Mhm.
I have no clue. Um,
Hmm.
but I was just thinking with Switch 2, like talking about its main use of consumption. I think and the Nintendo is leaning heavily in this like the streaming, like streaming a game is like I think a bigger deal for them, especially in where the infrastructure in Japan can support it. And I think they play a lot of like. I think that my question about like can it run GTA 5? I don't think it matters to them. And I think the games that they're playing over there are more like streamed games and like live service, maybe more games. So um, I don't know. I think outside of that like support system, I don't know if that's going to matter. I think Nintendo's just going to continue doing its thing, right? The next Mario is going to come out. It's going to look real nice for a Mario game, but it'll be nowhere near like fucking Astrobot, that just came out, which is like
Yeah.
cutting edge, right? Yeah, but we're going to be like, oh, cool.
Mhm.
Mario's riding a dragon this time. And that's like, oh, it's amazing, like,
Yeah.
so. And it'll work. It'll fucking work, is what I'm
It'll work.
saying.
Yeah.
It'll have a nice tight gameplay loop. It'll be super fun for casual audiences.
Yep.
A video
I'll
game
buy
and a
it.
video game, which is not
I'm
bad.
buying it for sure. I'm buying it
Yeah.
for sure.
Still good. Good shit.
All right. Next thing. Wall Street Journal. PS5 shipped 61.7 million consoles, while the Xbox Series consoles
Yeah.
did 28.3 million worldwide as of the end of
Mhm.
June 2024.
So,
No surprise.
This is coming from Outdoor Intelligence. They put out a 500-page PDF outlining this is for consoles shipped. So this is not necessarily consoles sold, but we can put it within a reason how many consoles were sold in between the two. So I mean, but let's assume that these are numbers actually sold. 61.7 versus 28.3 is a staggering difference in between the two. The differences in between the sales for this console generation is pretty bad. Um, Thanks to Bandito Mac, he gave us a graph as well of the global lifetime hardware sales of the console generation starting from PlayStation 2. Now, PlayStation 2, we know without a shadow of doubt that PlayStation 2 is by far the best selling console of all
Of all time.
time. It's
time.
is running toe and toe, but the Super, no, what is it? Super Nintendo or GameCube is closely right behind it. Is like they're
No,
almost
not GameCube. Wii. The Wii.
Yeah,
Wii,
the Wii
right.
is neck to neck to the PlayStation 2. But Xbox is always lagging behind. The only generation that it was roughly the same, according to the Wall Street Journal, was PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 era, I think we all can say that, has been the absolute monster console of that time.
Yep.
And
Peak
they
Microsoft.
yeah
Sure.
yeah like
Peak
Microsoft
Obviously.
like they were on, and some people say the reason why they sold so many consoles because of the Red Ring of Death. And people just kind of keep buying more consoles, so it's kind of inflated numbers. But well, that might be some truth behind that. But
They had a similar situation back then, right? You had like compared to right now, PS3 really didn't have the library to compete at that time.
Early on, it did not. But by
Yes.
the end of its life cycle, it had like
Monster.
Naughty Dog was kicking into gear. Like they were fully unleashed at that point. And a lot of other like their library, like they have the best
It's a
studio library.
It's completely reversed at this point.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like that was the generation they planted those seeds, you know what I mean? And like they wouldn't germinated, but like, you know, Santa Monica Studio and Polyphony and all these like studios were like they were nurtured, and the result was what, you know, we saw in the PS4 and PS5 era. Like all those studios, Game of the Year, everything they put out, because these are seasoned teams that got the ability. Didn't get laid off. I'm sure there was some things that we don't know about, but for the most part, they were nurtured and they were allowed to do whatever they want to do. And, you know, it paid off. But yeah, PS3, that early adopter, the fatty, as it was known as, the fatty. If you had the fatty, then that was the one. It was at that time. It was backwards. Was it back? It was backwards compatible, right? To get that fatty was a big deal. I never had it. I think I jumped on board. I jumped on board. I was a PlayStation guy, but we just talked about this last week. I couldn't afford the jump I couldn't justify it. So I went to 360, and that was my first Xbox was the 360. And you know what? I had a great time that 360 era. There was a lot of great games early on. But as soon as the PS3 Slim came out, you better believe I jumped ship. And at that time, fucking Uncharted was out the gate, and like they were swinging. That final run of PS3 was solid. Like Last of Us came out. Last of Us was their swan song.
Last of Us
on PS3. As PS3 closed down, they finished it off with The Last of Us. So Naughty Dog was just getting started. But a lot of these studios were just like starting up and what they would what they would put out there. But but going back to what we're talking about, we were talking about the 360 era.
360 era. 360 era was king. It was king. Xbox was Xbox was amazing at the time. Xbox absolutely killed it. And I mean, I remember Gears of War.
They thought they could do no wrong.
They really thought,
Anyone who's too young to watch the Xbox One reveal conference, Mike, watch it. Watch it. Take it in.
Aiming for trying to take over the
everything
living room, right? They wanted the home entertainment.
Everything. Xbox One. The point of the Xbox One was everything in one. And the Kinect was a forced-on peripheral. Oh, that first
that was cool.
The Kinect was
it came with the Kinect.
So good.
Yeah, it was cool. Like the Kinect was really cool because you could do like little hand gestures and to turn it on. And Xbox was voice controlled when the Kinect was connected. You could turn on your Xbox from your voice. I remember
the only person I've ever seen use that.
Yeah.
We all know who it is. To this day, fucking open Upcom Pro, right? Yeah. To this day, he thinks he has a Kinect still, but the only person I never saw who still fucking would use that to its advantage was our beloved Ed Underground.
I unplugged that
or
bitch.
maybe-
I unplugged that bitch after like a month.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I
It
remember
was like it was the Wii bounce board of fucking Xbox.
Oh, I remember going to work that day, and the Xbox had just released. It was the morning of it released, and I was on my way to work, and I was like, I'm not going to pre-order it because it's just I don't care enough. And I was driving by Target, and when I was on my way to work, I drove by Target, and I saw the line at Target, and it was only like 2 or 3 people outside. And I was like, you know what? Let me just stop here. Instead of going to work, and I was going to drive into the office that day. I was like, you know what? Let me just go and just wait outside and do it. I'll tell my job I'm coming in late. So I told them, I was like, hey guys, I'm coming in late, blah, blah. I'll be like an hour or 2 late. I sit in line, and I remember like the people were outside, like the old people were outside waiting to go in. They were all confused, like, why the hell are you outside? Like, what are y'all waiting for? We're like, we're waiting for Xboxes. Like, we thought we were so cool. And we went and we got our Xboxes. There was very limited supply at the time. We got our Xboxes. And after us waiting like outside for an hour, I remember some dudes just walked up. They're like, hey, you guys got some Xboxes? Like, we have been waiting outside for all this time, and we got our Xbox. We're checking out, and the dude just comes up, hey, y'all got some Xboxes? They're like, yeah, we got a couple in the back. And the guy's like, cool.
All right.
And then he went and got some Xbox.
I'll get one, I guess. I'll get one.
He was like, yeah, okay, cool. And then, by the time I checked out, there were still like people walking in like, all right, is there any Xboxes left? Okay, cool. I was gonna get some milk, but I might pick up an Xbox too. Like, people just didn't give a shit. And I remember going back home. I took my Xbox to work. I was all excited. Got back home. I don't think I plugged it in the first day because I was like, it's just stupid. I'm like, there's no games out for the Xbox One. And I ended up playing
didn't the UI use the Windows tile?
Yeah, they used like the Windows tile.
Oh, it was so ugly.
The Windows 8 tile or whatever.
Yeah,
or
the
Windows Mobile
phone look.
It was trash.
God,
and
that was bad.
I played the one thing, it came with Killer Instinct, but it wasn't complete.
What?
It came with Killer Instinct, but it had like 3 characters that you could play. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to play. I'll be the first one to play it. And I played it for like a good like hour and a half. I'm like, it's just boring as fuck. And I never played it after that. I was done. I think I played one more time.
You weren't hooked?
Yeah, I tried, man. It was really turned off because there's only like 4 some characters available. Like, coming soon in Xbox. This is a day 1 release, but there was no characters to play. They're like, trust us. In 6 months, we're gonna come out with 1 character, and then another 6 months, there's a new update. I'm just like, who the fuck pays for this shit? Now, granted, it was free. I think it was free at the time if you pre-ordered it with the Xbox, or when it came with a pre-order. But yeah, it was absolutely trash. But
Xbox What a time to be alive! What a time to be alive!
Yeah, Xbox One, one of the trashiest consoles of all time. But yeah,
you don't like the Duke?
What?
The controller.
The Duke controller.
The Duke controller? That's Xbox. Yeah. That's Xbox. That was if you want to increase your grip strength and know how to stretch your hands out. Grab that croissant of a controller.
You want your wrist to really suffer?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could tell the Duke was the clear-cut indication that this was a console made in America and not anywhere else in the world. Fucking
not
Duke.
For bitch ass non-American hands.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. There's a difference. You pick up a Switch and my like fucking thumb is halfway into the screen because I can't that's gonna But fucking Duke, I remember Duke was like, you're right, grip strength. You would need like training to hold.
You had to max them stats out to 100.
My fucking hands are
up. The Duke was something else. But yeah,
you played 20 minutes with the Duke. That's what'll happen.
Yeah, but when you play the Switch, you feel so kawaii. You feel so dainty. Like, oh my god,
you do.
It's so crazy.
You do. Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 more quick stories. Take-Two, Rockstar Games. They said they're planning to release Grand Theft Auto 6 fall of 2025. Now that's changed from what I heard. I heard that, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought that they were saying that they were going to let us know by 2025 whether it was going to release in 2026.
Oh, I don't know about
Oh,
that.
no. Oh, no. This is in the no. Oh, Bandito linked this article or linked this Twitter page or Twitter post. It says they plan to release it in the fall of 2025. Holy shit!
Mm.
I
Yeah, it
think
was shared in an earnings
I'll
call.
believe it
an
when I
earnings
see it.
call. Yeah, the
believe
2024
it when I
annual
see it.
report. They stated that's what they were planning to do, but they said they will
Actually-
share more details over time.
Actually, you know what? This is the one company I would say is actually going to meet that, because I think the game is pretty much done. And like we talked about, it's such a juggernaut that at this point it's more they need to line up all the promotion and connected stuff to it to lead up to it. They got to line up. Everyone's got to get the fuck out of the way. That's the main reason why PS5 Pro was. They got to get that shit out now, just so it can line up with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So basically, they're such a juggernaut that they have to give everyone enough time to readjust the entire industry to adapt to the release of GTA 6. Everything from like fucking music to like the online infrastructure to like fucking, I don't know, fucking Mountain Dew and Doritos are gonna fucking get into this with like their, cross promotions that they do.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be a big deal. We know it's gonna be a big deal. But I'm of the feeling that they took their time with it. So I think the game is mostly done, and I think they're just like, this is all for investors and lining shit up. And I think they'll meet. I definitely think the game will be out next year. I don't think that window's going to change. This is not a fucking rock steady, like situation where the studio's like, or any other studio where they're like aiming for it. Nah, they're done. They've been done.
right.
They're just like, it's a business. This is a conglomerate situation. Take two.
Mm.
So yeah, no, I definitely think they're gonna hit it for sure.
I mean, if you hit $1 billion within 24 hours or a week
Yeah.
of a launch, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hype for it. I mean,
Can you think of like, just think of like graphics card sales. Like, how many things have to align, and they're giving people time. They're giving the whole industry time to align.
Well, it won't be on
really.
PC for specifically, I guess. If we're talking about graphics.
Yeah,
cards.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So, but I mean, yeah, retailers. I mean, same concept going back
For
into the consoles. They're literally giving everyone time to get out of the way. Get the fuck out of the way, or get ready, or get the fuck out of the way.
Get prepped. Yeah, get out of the way.
Well, you gotta think about it. GTA 5 has survived 3 console generations, right?
Yeah,
came out during the PS3, PS4, and now the PS5. So, I mean, it's been
PC.
around, and not in PC. So it's been around for a while, and it's still a good looking game overall. So yeah,
making a grip of money.
Yeah, this is gonna make him a ton of money. This is one of those games, of course, that's gonna be a day one buy for myself, just like GTA 5 was.
Yeah.
So this is going to.
I'll probably buy a PS5 Pro for this. Like,
and that's what's gonna sell that console for
absolutely,
sure.
Especially if they have a exclusivity deal with PS5. For
that'd be crazy.
Yo, you talking about sales, a sales jump?
Yeah,
that is game over for Xbox. Xbox, hey, just bag it up. Y'all done. But yeah, there's supposed to be there is allegedly supposed to be an exclusivity deal for GTA 5. But there's just a lot of people talking, so I haven't checked anything, but it coming out soon. A year is now a long wait, honestly. So we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping that we all get to enjoy on the best consoles out there. And if it comes out for PC sooner rather than later, I might have to upgrade my 4090 to a 5 series.
I think that jump will be much sooner than last generation for sure.
Well, PC sales have definitely jumped up. I was looking at another chart.
We're in a completely different ballgame than PS or GTA 5. So
console PC games have gone up. Console games have gone up 5.3% year over year from 2022 to compared to 2023. So yeah, console games are going up. I mean, PC games are definitely going up. While console games only went up 1.7%. Still more sales on the console games at 53.1 billion compared to PC games at 38.4. But yeah, PC games we're pretty formidable out here. So
yeah, I mean you can understand why they want to take the bite out of the console Apple first and hold that as long as possible. Maybe a couple holidays because they're gonna get a lot of money out of that before they open it up.
That's why it's coming out in fall because Christmas time.
Oh yes,
all the Timmies and the Eds.
Santa Claus better get the. This is for Santa Claus basically.
Absolutely.
To give him time to hit the gym now. You're gonna need to carry a lot of shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Santa, get your ass in gear.
All right.
But also, it is the year of the Xbox. Just a reminder. That being said,
shut up.
Fucking game.
All right. Last story. Today/yesterday, depending on where you're at in the world. I'm in the future. Bandito is in the past. So it's still Wednesday for him.
Cheeseburger day today.
Cheeseburger day.
Look it up.
National Cheeseburger Day. Yeah, guys. I mean, that's just the American
cheeseburger deals all over the nation, man. Yeah, what's more American than a cheeseburger?
Nothing more American.
Meat, cheese, bread. Come on now.
All right, so
shut up down there.
Yeah. All right, let's. Okay, so this will be our last topic. And I just got a simple question for y'all. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. But the quick question for y'all: what's the best cheeseburger? Quick.
What's the best cheeseburger?
Like the best cheeseburger
like from a place?
From a place.
Oh.
I'm gonna say for me, Culver's. Culver's.
Five Guys.
Get the fuck out of here with Culver's.
No one, you basic bitch. Five Guys with your expensive ass burger, like you're not special.
You said best. You didn't say like within like obviously I don't get it all the time because it is retarded. It's like $24 for like a cheeseburger and fries.
Yeah.
And they give you a lot of like
fries,
really shitty fries. Let's be honest, they're not good.
Five Guys is, I would say, top, but I would honestly Culver's.
You guys got to go more places. If Five Guys is in your top 5, you gotta branch out. You gotta get more.
Ooh, I'm interested. I'm interested.
That's fire.
I love it. I love it.
I personally make the best burgers. I think I've told you guys this before.
You said we might have heard it once or twice.
That doesn't count though. It's not like I can just like drive to your place and be like, cheeseburger with fries and
right.
I'll open up for you. If you showed up.
You know what? My answer is gonna be Bandito Mac.
Whatever. Because I know he's probably gonna bring some obscure like place that's been making cheeseburgers for like 500 years or something.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, you know what? I don't really know around here. No, I have a place. There's a couple local places. Yeah. You won't know of.
Well, what's something someone would know, right? Like a listener would be like, okay, they can at least Google it and get like a.
You know what? The only chain burger I eat is probably Red Robin. Something from Red Robin.
Okay, yeah,
I can claim that.
Bandito Mac, what the fuck? You could have just said nothing.
Okay, fine. Well, give us your obscure place. Then. Give us your obscure place.
Oh my god! As your lawyer, I urge you to just shut the fuck up with this.
I'm telling you, I make the best burgers. That's
okay. Bandito thinks he makes the best burgers.
I don't think. I know I do.
Oh, he knows. Oh shit! He said he's the main character in the burgers.
Listen, I have not had a burger that is better than something that I've created.
You know what?
I gotta cook for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what?
Talking all that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still saying Culver's. I think Burger is phenomenal. I love it. But the thing is also I don't eat that. I only eat it when I go to Chicago. So I have it once every couple of years. So Culver's.
So it's like just in a place.
You know what? Portillo's has like a sneaky good burger too.
They do.
Oh really?
But the thing is,
it's not gonna knock your socks off, but it
Yeah, if you want, it's like if you want the bottom of the burger to pretty much like ooze through your fingers.
Yeah, they do go heavy on the condiments.
I'm like, why is my burger like melting?
Breaks through its stops.
Like, But all right, so we got Well, we're gonna just not pay attention to the Red Robin. We're gonna pretend like we didn't hear that shit.
Yeah.
Five Guys,
Red Robin's
Culver's.
all right. No, you guys said Five Guys, so fuck off. I've seen what make you guys cheer, so I don't give a shit.
Only Toes in the chat says Shake Shack.
Shake Shack?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he says Five Guys. He says get the fuck out of here, and then Shake Shack.
You did give us sort of like a weak chain. I'll be honest. Like I like Red Robin, but
no, Five Guys. You can't compare.
I'll agree with you, but like Red Robin, it's not like the best. But you're asking for like a good burger, and there's no like.
Okay, what's the best chain
people
burger
talk about
you've had?
In-N-Out.
What's the best
I never had In-N-Out though.
In-N-Out is it's whack.
In-N-Out's overrated.
Overrated. Yeah. I think In-N-Out and Whataburger are kind of overrated. Whataburger always gets sick because I feel like they
Burger
don't
Master is that somewhere else than here?
Nah,
Burger Master is all right. Like because over here we have in Seattle there's Dick's burgers, which people really like, but I feel like that place is even mid. It's like they're all right. They're good burgers, like for a drunk, like 2 a.m. Right? They're super cheap. Get them really fast. They're like just like
Dick's. Yeah, I've been to Dick's before.
Minions.
Yeah, Dick's is okay. Yeah, it's mid. It's mid.
Like there are local places around here. Like there's a place called Frugal's, a place called Lucky's, but it's like if you're not here, then you won't know them, obviously. So
there's a place. I was literally watching a video. I'm stalling for time for a second. There was one place. It's not a chain though. It's a singular restaurant. It's supposed to be the best burger in like California. They were like, yeah, this like you're not gonna get any better burger than this, and I can't find it here. Maybe it was on Instagram, but I liked it because I was like, I need to try this place because the burger looked phenomenal.
So that's quite a statement.
Yeah, but the thing is like I feel like the best burger. Well, we're talking about chains. I think if you want the best burger, you gotta go outside of the chain. There's a hole in the wall place in Oklahoma called Burger Supreme. It's the most dingiest place that you can look at. Like the outside of it, you don't think the shop is even open, but they make phenomenal burgers. And it's a rinky-dink middle of nowhere town. So, but
but that's usually the case. Yeah, because you'll find this like hidden gem somewhere. Like I know for Italian beef that I haven't had in a while, but this place called like Doggy Diner, right? There's 1,000 Doggy Diners, but there was this one Doggy Diner. I don't know if Doggy Diner is a chain or is just something people use. But I remember it was like by my old job, and it had the best fucking Italian. And I remember recommending it to people, and people would be like, "Holy shit, this is way better than Portillo's." But unfortunately, it's not accessible to everyone. And Portillo's is, and I know generally speaking, Portillo's has decent Italian beef, so that's what you would recommend. Like, Portillo's if you want to get some.
Are you still in the town, or did you move away?
No, I'm not there anymore.
Okay, I was like, there's a Doggy Diner in our town. I didn't know that a Doggy Diner even existed. So okay, well next time I come home, I'll check it out. Nice. Eat this big ass wiener.
I miss Portillo's too.
You do?
Yeah, like I used to get fucking chili dogs from there, and that fucking chocolate shake or chocolate cake shake.
Chocolate cake shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get Portillo's can get shipped to you now.
It is. It's expensive.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I want to get some Giordano's shipped out to me, and Pequods. I think they ship out pizzas, but yeah, they're frozen and they're like $70 or something like that. But I told my wife, I'm like, one of these days, like for a special occasion, let's get some frozen Pequods and get shipped to the house. So, all right,
get a frozen Giordano's deep dish. That motherfucker's gonna bake for 24 hours before you can actually eat it.
Set it and forget it.
Yeah, it'll still be frozen in the middle, no matter what.
In the middle after 24 hours.
That shit is made for a pizza. If you're gonna throw it in your fucking like Kenmore shit, fucking fuck out of here.
You're right. Deep dish are meant for like household.
Yeah. I do have a little personal achievement. I want to chronicle real quick.
Sure.
I started the as you know, journey to catch up to One Piece, and fucking no, I've not caught up to One Piece. However,
no,
I'm over 550 episodes. So
okay, nice.
It's still.
How many episodes are there in total?
1,100 and something. But listen, I'm closing in on 50%. So
wow, man.
I
Yeah.
think
How long
pretty
have you been at
impressive.
it?
That's why he's been so tired recently.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
have not watched the fucking second episode of Agatha. That's not. That's why. Yeah, that's why I fucking probably lose my job at this point. But I will just say I want to thank a few people for that achievement.
Okay.
Netflix for having the ability to put 1.5 times speed onto their videos, which
Mhm.
other streaming platforms don't do.
Right.
Disney
You're
Plus,
right.
what
That is
the
kind of
fuck?
bogus in some other streaming platforms.
They don't do that.
You know what also
yeah.
bothers me? When you can't minimize, like you can't exit and do like the
Mini player.
picture or whatever, the
Yeah,
mini player.
yeah.
Disney does that shit. It fucking drives me nuts because I'm
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
oh, I want to IMDb
YouTube-
something as this fucking episode is going.
YouTube has spoiled us in many ways. It has so
Yes.
many options to as a player, but anyone who wants to take on that journey, I recommend Netflix 1.5 times speed, and
It's
you
what the
can go on
website.
like
Skip the
One
fillers.
Pace.
Yeah,
One Pace, and
Yeah.
there's a couple of websites that like will you could survive it. I mean, ultimately you're not skipping that much, but if you skip 20 episodes, it feels like yes, I did that. You know, like I mean that's a leap, but ultimately in the face of 800 episodes, that's nothing. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But yeah, there's a way to get there. So I'm going to project. I'm precogging. I will catch up to One Piece early 2025 TBD.
Right, write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
Early
Hey,
2025.
Write it down.
Where? How
I
early?
was, huh?
How early? 2025.
Quarter one, 2025.
Quarter one. Okay, it's in stone.
Yeah,
Quarter
let's not
one.
be
All right,
too.
just for the
It's in
investors.
stone.
Yeah,
Pre-con.
Just let them know.
Let's not be
Let
too
them
crazy.
know
Right.
that okay, yeah, just be a little
No, he's spoken into existence. It's bound to happen.
Quarter one, I plan on catching up, and Netflix is
King.
adding episodes weekly. As they dub them. So like they're not fully real time with the Japanese ones, but I think Crunchyroll is. So I plan to, when I get to the Netflix, I plan to jump to the Crunchyroll, and then when I catch up to the Crunchyroll, I plan to get to the manga. I'm determined to catch up to the average Japanese fan in real time.
Lofty goals.
Lofty goals.
For a
But you know what?
For a mid-ass anime.
How long, guys, do you give it?
Whoa, that's fire.
How long, guys, do you give it before Darkseid starts wearing straw hats and just being really embarrassed?
I say he's probably about 20 episodes away.
Yeah,
he was already.
He already has the cap. Look at it.
on right
Look
now.
at it.
Yeah, he has a logo on. Yeah, exactly.
He's slowly turning.
The question isn't how many episodes. The question you should be asking is, does he already own a straw hat at this time? You're not thinking the right direction. So
you do.
Fucking...
This man is searching for the One Piece. So
he's trying to find that fruit, the devil fruit.
The One Piece is real. I'm just saying. I might get on the water right now.
Enjoy your mid-ass anime.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Just fucking. You know what? That's what people say when they're intimidated, and they are too chicken shit. They can't. They're too afraid. They're too afraid.
They want to lock in.
It's all psychological.
500 episodes. Yeah.
They can't do it, so they'll just say, "Nah, fuck it. It's mid anyways." It's not, bitch.
All right, first, okay. All right.
But you do have to get to episode 400 for it to be good.
Exactly. Exactly.
God damn it.
If I have to watch 400
at episode 400,
I have to watch 400.
That's not true. That's not true. Like, I mean, I've been into the forums and everything, and the joke has always been for many years. It's like you have to get to 400 for it to be good. There is kind of truth to what they're saying, but I fell in love with the show. Like, I really love the show within the first 50 episodes, within under 100. So I found that, like, if you like the group and their dynamic, the world just gets better. And 400 is where it hits its like I don't know how to put it into equivalent, like the Frieza saga, the Super Saiyan moment. The show just goes from like a really fun anime to like, holy shit, this could be amazing. And the trajectory is like this for the show.
He has the straw hat disease. He's afflicted.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Do I have a straw hat? Do I have a straw hat?
Straw hat disease. Yeah, he's afflicted.
All right, let's wrap this shit up.
I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for enjoying the extra content of the Blrd podcast. I think this is probably going to be the new format. I like this format a little bit better, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, no, thank you for chilling out with us while we kind of nerd out and talk about different stuff within culture, hip hop, entertainment, mangas, whatever. So until next time, what are we reviewing next week?
The Penguin TV show.
Oh, the Penguin TV show.
Oh,
yes.
I believe.
Yes. That'll be interesting. So,
Yes,
watch the Penguin episode. Everything is out. So, watch it with us and we can discuss it next week. Until next time, everybody, blur you later.
Blur you later.